butterfly in the sky. I can go twice as high.
Now, personally, as someone who likes to explore and analyze different themes and concepts from various pieces of media, I have found that one literary technique that's not always done, which I'm actually quite fond of, is subversive storytelling. Now, you don't have to feel like I threw a dictionary at your head if you don't know what that means, because to be quite honest, I didn't know what it was until quite recently. But to put it simply though, subversive storytelling involves presenting narratives that challenge traditional societal ideas and norms in order to provoke thought and challenge the audience to think critically about established beliefs. Now, of all the stories I've explored, because I be reading and shit, I believe that the manga series Hunter x Hunter by Yoshiro Togashi does this the best, as the story multiple times serves as a self-critiquing meta-commentary and is a perfect example of how to do subversive storytelling without, making it feel like it's forced down your throat.
They are on a date.
They are? No!
Now, for the purpose of this video, I think I'll mostly be focusing on how he does this, specifically referencing the succession war which is currently ongoing in the manga, and focusing on Tserriednich Hyugoro. Side note, by the way, but can we all acknowledge how fly this nigga is? Like, oh my days. Anyways, spoilers ahead for those who aren't caught up to the manga. The Succession War, which is written as an epic struggle among royal family members to claim the throne, becomes an allegory for the real-world competition for power. The intricate alliances, betrayals, and shifting loyalties within the Succession War echoed the political maneuvering and power struggles that have shaped history. By weaving a tale of power-hungry individuals in a confined space, Togashi draws parallels to the broader dynamics of governance, conflict, and ambition that transcend the fictional realm. Now, at the forefront of this arc, our attention is quickly drawn to the persona of Tserriednich, who seems to be this symbolic construct of this arc. Initially, we see him as this smooth-talking, W-Riz having-ass guy, who seems like your average billionaire playboy, trying to be Bruce Wayne so bad. But then we're exposed to the real underlayer, Tserriednich, a member of the Kakin royal family, who stands as a testament to the complexity and darkness that often exists within human nature. He displays psychopathic tendencies, killing people who he doesn't deem to fit some self-determined standard for sports, and showing a lack of empathy and ruthless pursuit of power, which, pretty closely parallels real-world figures who wield influence through manipulation and exploitation. Togashi's characterization of Tserriednich functions as a mirror that reflects society's capacity for darkness, challenging the readers to confront uncomfortable truths about human behavior. The character and the intense succession war in which he takes part embody a multi-layered narrative that extends beyond the boundaries of fiction. And this isn't exactly new for Togashi. In fact, the most popular arc of Hunter x Hunter, the Chimera Ant arc, which precedes this one, actually lays the foundation for this human exploration of sorts. Now, I'm not gonna bore you with all the details of some brothers trying to kill insects, because we've all been there. They are some tough bastards.
But to get back on topic though, this arc stands as a masterful exploration of humanity's complex psyche, delivered through a narrative switch where humans, initially protagonists, are juxtaposed with the monstrous chimera ants. The arc serves as a thought-provoking commentary on the depths of human nature, mirroring the themes present in Tserriednich Hyugoro's character development and the succession war that follows. In this arc, we see the protagonist Gon, an ally, Netero, and the antagonist Ant King, Meruem, serve as conduits for Togashi's examination of the human mind's intricacies. Gon makes this frightening transformation from this happy-go-lucky, innocent child with a messed up hairline and booty shorts into a vengeful force with no regard for morals or consequence, highlighting the fragility of innocence in the face of trauma. Similarly also, we see the moral ambiguity of Netero, this seemingly harmless old man, which exposes the grey area within human ideals. Interestingly, on the flip side, we see Meruem's evolution, mirroring humanity's growth amidst adversity, and acting as a stark reminder of the complexity inherent in human existence. This narrative switch, where humans are now shown as monstrous invaders in the ants' world, when it's usually and actually initially the other way around, becomes a canvas for critiquing humanity's capacity for cruelty. This shift challenges readers to reassess their perspective, inviting introspection into their roles as well as protagonists and antagonists in their personal stories. Just as Tserriednich's character encompasses humanity's dark tendencies, the Chimera Ant arc reveals how humans can inadvertently become the monsters they oppose. The Chimera Ant arc paves the way for themes prevalent in Tserriednich's narrative. By positioning these arcs in close proximity, Togashi emphasizes the intricacies of power, morality, and human nature. Just as the arc questions the very essence of humanity and morality, Tserriednich's character becomes sort of a microcosm of these reflections. The Succession War acts as a larger canvas, where humanity's power dynamics are unveiled, echoing the conflicts seen in the Chimera Ant arc. This narrative construct serves as a self-critiquing meta-commentary, said it again, on the inner workings of the human mind and the intricacies of the power dynamics and the craft of storytelling itself. Tserriednich's complex psyche manifests through his inability to glimpse into the future, delves into the human desire to control destiny. This serves as a commentary on humanity's obsession with prediction and manipulation, as we constantly seek to shape our future despite the inherent uncertainty of life. Togashi's portrayal becomes a meta-reflection on the act of storytelling itself, where authors craft narratives to control the fate of characters, paralleling the themes within the manga. That's kind of crazy to think about, by the way, because if I was a character and I knew my writer set me up to get done like this, I would not let that slide, but that's just me though. Anyway, Togashi also introduces these creatures called Nen beasts, which are granted to every prince of the royal family. We see that of various princes like this one, possessed by this ugly ass prince, reflecting different parts of the host's personality. Most interestingly, we are shown Tserriednich's Nen beast, or beasts I should say, perfectly mirroring the evil that lay in his heart with its unsettling appearance. The beasts as a whole serve as a representation of society's fascination with prophecy and omens, which also symbolizing the hidden motivations that drive human actions, as each of them represent the host on a subconscious level that even they are unable to see or interact with. The juxtaposition of Tserriednich's Nen ability and his beast illustrates the intricate dance between individual agency and the influence of external factors. Through his abilities and actions, Togashi encourages introspection as he blurs the lines between fiction and reality, challenging readers to consider their own desires, motives, and moral compass. Now, I know, I've said a lot of words, but what do these really mean anyway? I think a sum total of all the things I've mentioned really is what makes up subversive storytelling. The ability to deviate from regular norms to provoke thoughts. Even from the way the story is set up, ranging from the Chimera Ant arc, we have a story that challenges the status quo. It does the narrative switch that shows human in a dim light, unlike regular stories that would always show the heroic humans getting invaded by the aliens and all of that. In the character of Tserriednich and the complex web of the Succession War, and through the character's dark psyche, the intricate power dynamics, and exploration of human tendencies, we see sort of a multi-dimensional reflection of real-world complexities. These are not far-fetched conflicts that are just created in some magical world that we see. Now, we actually see real things like greed, lust, and even megalomania. Hunter x Hunter becomes a work that invites readers to not only immerse themselves in the fantasy realm, but to confront the intricate interplay of light and darkness that define the human experience. If I were to go further, to be honest, I'd probably say this was the main emphasis of the story. The subversion of ideas to speak to us and address various parts of who we are. Most stories show you, your typical hero's journey, with your main character who has a goal, grows through experience to reach his goal, and beats up the bad guy, yada yada yada. But instead, this is perfectly subverted to emphasize that the events which define human experience, rather than just the goal, as what we really seek for, might just be on the road. And to me, I think that is just a beautiful message. I just couldn't think of a possible better way of meta commentary. But anyways, that's it for the video. This one ended up a little bit longer than I expected it to be, and to be quite honest, this was a flipping pain to edit. But I hope you liked the video. If you fought with me, you can subscribe, like. If you're here from Twitter, shout out to you. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.